Hey guys, BigMikeMW. Today bringing you a video for our movie weapon series, and today we're covering the Scar as used by the main character Nick O'Brien, or Big Nick, played by Gerard Butler. So we'll go ahead, just run through this weapon, jump into the gameplay, and then I'll go through some things about the movie here that are some pretty interesting details, as well as the weapon. So let's go ahead and we'll back out. And the final design here, a really tapped out Scar. It's actually very bare minimum. I threw one attachment on this. So if we back out in that movie, Big Nick or Gerard Butler uses a Scar Light. However, oddly enough, we never got the 5.56 attachment for this weapon, which is really unfortunate. It would have been a perfect attachment to utilize for something like Warzone if we had maybe like a 60-round drum or something like that for the Scar Light of 5.56x45. So in the movie, it is a Scar Light. However, in this movie, we'll use just the 25-round magazine of the 7.62x51 NATO just to give it a little bit extra ammunition. And I don't have a black mag for the 30, otherwise I would have used that. Now, in the movie, obviously, the Scar Light has a 30-round magazine of the 5.56x45, but this is the only attachments we're going to be using. Now, we're going to be using the blueprint here for the black Scar, as used in the movie. He does have a black Scar Light, so the black adder blueprint is really the best option here. You could also get away with the blank stare. However, if you strip that down for the attachments and go with the standard barrel here, we would have a different looking weapon. So you'll see the final design here. Now, it is a Scar Light standard barrel length, so the barrel will just leave it the same. Muzzle, obviously, is going to be just left blank. However, you could put something like a flash hider on there just to give it that look as well. I believe in the movie it does probably have a flash hider on there at base. Here, for some reason, the Scars in game give you different muzzle attachments based on the blueprint. And the barrels also. It's a little bit strange with this weapon, how the standard muzzle attachments look on it. However, you can put that flash guard on there, and that'll give it the look as it is in the movie. Other than that, standard version of the Scar. Obviously, we have our black adder blueprint here for the all-black version. We threw that 25-round magazine on. So go ahead, and we'll jump into the gameplay here. Now, you see the pistol also I'm using is try to replicate it similar to the movie. I'll whip that out a few times here, but we're not going to go too much into that. We don't have the right pistol to utilize here in the game. However, in the movie, he's using the FNX Tactical 45, so I just used, I believe it was the X16, and tacked it out to look semi-similar to that. So, Den of Thieves is a 2018 movie, and oddly enough, I didn't see this right when it came out. It took me a while, I didn't really see this to 2019, about halfway through. I never even knew it was coming out, so I was really pleasantly surprised when this was on Netflix. Now, the cast here starring Gerard Butler, Pablo Schreier, and O'Shea Jackson Jr. The description of this movie is an elite unit of LA County sheriffs and state's most successful bank robbery crew clash as outlaws plan a seemingly impossible heist on the Federal Reserve Bank. And in this movie, like I said, Gerard Butler playing Big Nick is part of that elite sheriff squad. He's really the head or the leader of that sheriff squad, and definitely just a really cool character. A great movie overall. You see a lot of really good dynamics, and you also kind of feel for the criminals. They do a really good job with character development on both sides. You get really good in-depth look at Gerard Butler's character for Nick O'Brien, as well as the antagonist characters as well. And there's a lot of really good gunfights in this movie. The movie itself has a lot of different weapons. Things like the Scar Light, obviously we have an M249 Saw, Saga K, M4A1, HK416D. There's a lot of different weapons in this movie, and the firefights in this movie are amazing. Now, the Scar Light used by Gerard Butler's character takes place, he uses this in the firefight at the tail end of the movie, that very last battle scene. They roll up on the criminals in basically what is a traffic jam, and there's a really good firefight there. I won't spoil it too much, but you see the Scar Light, the sheriff's unit is using their weapons, and like I said, Gerard Butler with the Scar Light, and then you have the antagonists utilizing, they have things like HK416s, M249, really good urban firefighting going on in the end of this movie, and just a really great movie overall. So let me know down below if you've seen this movie. If you have, what did you think of it? I think this is one of those movies that right now, like I said, you can find it on Netflix here in the United States still, and it's one of those hidden gem movies. I'm not sure when this came out as far as what month in theaters, but like I said, the fact that it's on Netflix and I didn't see it until 2019, it's definitely, like I said, a hidden gem to be able to find that on Netflix and watch it at any time. So let me know down below what you guys think of this movie in general. Again, the weapon itself we built here in game. Unfortunately, we can't get the Scar Light. It's kind of Crazy that they didn't put a 5.56 attachment in the game for the SCAR moving forward, because it really only has the base of 20, 25, and then 30 for the attachments, all of 7.62 by 45 mm. I would expect for Modern Warfare 2 that we would get more attachments for this, whether they do include the 5.56 for the SCAR Light. Otherwise, something more of like a 6.5 Creedmoor, or maybe a 6.8 by 51 also for those intermediary cartridges that are the U.S. military is playing around with the next generation squad weapon program. So something like that, a nice tacked out SCAR with new calibers and maybe some next generation optics would be really cool for Modern Warfare 2. So we'll have to wait and see what they do with that, but I think they probably learned a lot from Modern Warfare here 2019. Attachments that work, don't work, things like that. And we do see this theme, especially when we look at the COD games since Modern Warfare and the integration of Warzone. It seems like almost every gun has a drum mag that is able to hold at least 45 to 60 rounds of ammunition. So I would expect we'd see something similar to that in Modern Warfare 2 for the SCAR, probably that 60 or 50 round drum mag of the 7.62 by 51, and hopefully some other caliber attachments for this weapon as well. But let me know what you guys think down below. This is Buckner Gaming with the SCAR Light used in Den of Thieves by main character Nick O'Brien, or Big Nick, played by Gerard Butler. Till next time, Buckner Gaming, out.